Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Tainted Grail. I know usually I do Monomyth today, but I've been missing this game a lot lately, so Monomyth tomorrow. Before heading out of the keep, I'm going to pick up our diving equipment, as we may need to do some swimming this episode. And I appear to no longer have the Drowner's gauntlets, so I may need to go make some more. I strongly suspect I don't quite have all the ingredients. I am also aware that we are very close to leveling. So, while the temptation would be to return to the keep to level, I might not actually do that this time.
It's nice to have a break.
Right. Drowners. Ooh, need some iron. And drowner tongues and leather. We need everything. Okay, so that's not happening anytime soon. Right. Let's head out of the castle. Well, in as much as you can call it a castle. It's more of a tumbled down wreck, really. And into the wilds outside. What kind of day is it? What time of day, I mean? Around lunchtime. Okay, bit of a... yeah, lunch enough. Alright, let's put on a bit of a burst of speed. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to go into the options menu. And yes, I'm going to make sure you will see this when I find the bloody thing. I left an option turned on, and I've decided I think I want to turn it off when I can find it, because okay, display or video, motion blur off, 100% off. I left it on because I thought it might be a bit fun if my character got bashed on the head suddenly, and things looked a bit blurry and got knocked about, but it's happening when I turn around quickly. So I'm just turning it off because I hate motion blur. I thought it looked really cool once in Gladiator when the tiger came out of the pit in the arena and one of Gladiator's dodged away from it. That was about the only time I thought motion blur looked impressive, and after 2 or 3 times I didn't like it. I was like, no, didn't like that. Looked kind of rubbish. Because it also wasn't seen from a point of view of any of the characters in the scene. So it can be a little immersive, but mostly it's unimmersive and just really janky. Right, what are we doing? I'm going to ignore the brigands and check to see if the dead men are back here. They are. I might go down that way, because I'm heading up... oh, you know what? Yeah, I've got choices here. I could head towards the shipwreck, the ogre, but I was rather wanting to go up here and deal with some of these quests. And we have been exploring that area rather heavily recently, so... first off, let's not tangle the dead men down there. Their garments will overburden us, and we have no need of that. The knight is in attendance, and his things will be worth it. Come then.
Your armor won't save you.
About that, mate. Ooh, nice dodge. Got him. Now, will the wolves attack me? Or like, yep, okay. Oi, you. Yeah, that's right, I still got my spiky helmet on. Probably not for much longer, actually. I would like to improve my healing spell significantly. But I also want to wear that cloak and look all fancy and hoity-toity. So I'm reckoning when I level, dexterity is the way to go. You get mashed. Excellent stuff. And I believe I'll take this aperture, or opening in the wall, and head down in this direction. Oh yes, there's the camp by the arch spire. I should definitely investigate that and read the writings on the walls at some point. But for this episode, I think I'm going to specialise on fighting brigands. And maybe even completing a few quests while I'm at it. I have not yet explored that little area underneath the bridge, and I will do at some point soon. But I'm holding off for a while. For a blatant reason. Which is that in the past I have found an item under there which may not spawn until a certain quest is triggered, so I don't want to go and loot the place before the item exists if it doesn't get added there until later. Why am I shouldn't be here. Right. I will go this. No, I'll stay here. Have a little jog. Okay, we've found a new druidic shrine. I'm not going to go tangle for people over there yet. But I will make an offering of animal parts to gain 5% incoming healing, 3% critical damage, and something else. I will give a blood clot. Some monster blood. And we've gained an amulet of the waning moon. More of the waning moon set. And also, let's blatantly do this right now. We would like to increase dexterity. Which T? The one on the dexter side. You know, sinister being left, dexter being right. Anyway, we went dexterity. I could start improving our archery, and we do use it as an opener, so it may be worthwhile. But for now, I'm going to improve the parry window once again, hoping that I'll be able to pull it off that little bit more often, because I think I have a few times. Not very good at it, better at blocking. There is a third one. The rest of this tree, I would need to be much more confident in my parrying abilities. Ooh, nice. Okay. However, it's worth noting that, of course, the cloak is not... Okay. We can't even wear it until we've increased our carry load or reduced something else. Well, that's alright. What have we here? Amulet for Waning Moon, the All-Mother's Mercy Amulet, same icon. Okay. Well, we've still got a statistical advantage. Not much of one. But I'm going to go around this way and head back towards the ruined keep where Silent Cilia was. Continue my exploration in that direction. I was planning on coming up this way. I don't think I will. It's a little bit too risky. Then again, this route itself is not without danger. I believe there were 2 Grindylows here before. They do not appear to be in residence currently, so I must have defeated them. And I don't mean the 2 up there. Let's move swiftly now. There are chambers there below the... Hang on, can I get a bead on this bugger? Yes! I got the journal entry for kill. I'm pleased. Did well. Now, approaching this close to the arch spire may be a problem. You know what? Now that I'm here, swear. So here we have some kind of, I'll call it a chamber. Ooh, wait. Again, the icon of the sword. And some kind of vast portal.
There is no me. There is no us.
Something has gone horribly wrong with these individuals.
The king. Oh, the king. What has been done to him? What does it mean for us, mere humans?
This implies the king is not human or is no longer human. Or never was. And there's some kind of enemy showing up here. Apparently I can mine this. I also probably should not. Oh! I think I got him. Well, I've mined weird material. Mined... Wait, can I? No. Oh! Can I, no. No, it's not going to work, is it? Okay. Well, this one's far more reachable. And seen what is probably the site of some kind of ancient ritual. Some unfinished magic left long undone. I reckon a spirituality increase next level would be very reasonable. I'm not sure what the weird stone ore will be useful for. I imagine some kind of spellcasting related items, probably. Where are we? That's a familiar sight. Oh, you creatures. There we go. Excellent stuff. So that's where the strange toe came from. Alright. I'll just continue my exploring here. Bear. Bear alert. Currently, I do not feel ready to deal with the bears yet. The bears in this game are very dangerous, quite grumpy, and unpleasant. What I do want to do, though, is explore these ruins, and we know there's a bear. Oh, and a dead body, too. Okay. Rusty Knight's breastplate. Looks like a knight with a copy of the 7 Commandments. The 7 Commandments made me think it was a red priest when I saw the rest of the gear. And, ooh, look at the time. Okay. Let's press on into the night. So if we want to improve our armor wearing capacity, we're going to need more strength or endurance. I also need more endurance for my shield. But I did say this was looking like a... You know what? We've only just started this level. I shouldn't be thinking too far ahead, should I now? just give my hand a little rest. Okay. What have we here? Weirdstone, crafting... Well, yeah. Copy of the 7 Commandments. We don't need 2 copies. You know, actually... Ooh, okay now. 2 creatures up there. I think that is a red cap. I don't know for certain. Pretty sure that's a red cap lurking in the darkness. I could go over and find out. Let's do that. Oh, that is certainly a red cap. 2, in fact. Got him. Let's continue. Now, I've noticed that casting our healing spell doesn't seem to be improving our magic skill status very much. I don't know if that's because we are so far below the requirements to cast the spell, or if it would only count if we did it in combat. I'd like to improve our magical capabilities, so that we may discover what is over here. I believe it's hammer time. Now, I'm aware of the left. I just saw that one first. Got him! And we found some more walls that may shelter us from the weirdness. Or not, as the case may be. And I should remind myself of the great blue giant who stalks us in the weird night. He's been appearing a little more often recently, as we near level 20. I'm not saying that's when he'll be able to appear and come for us, because I honestly don't know. But it feels like his presence is becoming a much more regular thing. For now, let's head inside this room and dig up this chest. Okay, another pair of Archer's quickening gloves. And we can cook what exactly? Must not cook any meat. And the fish we can just about get away with. And it has occurred to me that now that I'm using a healing spell, I'm consuming rather less food. Where? I thought I heard a swarm of him coming in. And here we have a shrine to the All-Mother. Let us interact with it.
Who's there? The living don't come around here without a good reason. What do you want? To bring me peace? The quiet I so long for? Ask for a blessing from the shrine? You don't want to do that. It never ends well. I'm haunting the shrine, against my will. Wait. I can see you've met Berg. I can see the threads that connect you.
Who are you? Why are you here? And what is your connection to Berg?
I remember him. rest is a blur. We had a strong bond. We knew each other for years. We served together. Yeah, for years. I don't know much else. I keep forgetting things.
Why are you here, haunting this shrine?
I'm Kendall. Or I used to be. Hard to tell if I still am. Or only used to be. Maybe I usually am. I don't know. I'm too stupid for this. I once thought ghosts and wraiths must be wise. And yet, here I am.
Here
That
you are
wasn't
indeed.
what you asked me. I don't remember much. I was a keeper. A lance corporal. There was an ambush. Bandits. They killed me on the spot. It was right here, exactly in this spot. From that very moment, I've been bound to this shrine. But I don't want to be. My place is there, in the haunts of the south.
Can I help you in some way?
I need to finish my service. I need to rest somewhere more appropriate. Take my remains. Find Berg. He'll know what to do. That's all.
Oh, God. Right. Well, let's dig up his remains. Now, this quest has changed somewhat since early access. Sorry, I'm going to have to use my inhaler. That was rough. Liking the experience gain there. Oh. Probably just fat. Just fat. Yeah, this quest has changed significantly since early access. It used to be... It either was much more... much longer and more convoluted, or... and has now been simplified, or I found a shortcut out of it and haven't got the full old experience yet, which is fine. And now we're going to go live really dangerously. And continue in an easterly direction. Hello, you two. Right. I'm not sure if they mostly come at night. Mostly. Or if there's something else. But we appear to have found a settlement. One in a sorry state of disrepair, occupied by bad guys. Got him. Now. Too risky. Coming. Why did you put your weapon away? Fall before the righteous mace of justice. I'll have to go find that body. Oh, there's another one. Excellent. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. God, bastard. Right. Now. I think there we are. Right, let us continue to clear out this nest of vipers. 3 of you, eh? Well then. It's going to be rough. Do we have... Yes, there we go. Okay. Fair enough. Got to be a little bit more careful there then. I think it'll be worthwhile though if I can kill all these buggers during the night. Okay, those have been looted. Let's go this way instead. Right. Where the fucking hell? Oh, there we are. Right. Right. Where? Ah. All the way down there. That's going to be fiddly, isn't it? Get you. Okay, got him. And the chest. Oof. Right, we are running low. Painfully low. I'm not going that way. Painfully low on healing potions. So I'll have to equip some more. 3 and 3. Right. I mean, it's not that low. It's just we've got mixed qualities and quantities. Oh! I was lucky. Let's keep it up. Now, as long as we search for bodies before they don't disappear, we can arguably... There he is. Arguably... hear him again. Got him. Right. Well, I can make some potions here. That's probably a rather good idea, especially as it affords me a degree of safety. And I may get a similar... Let's make another one of these. A similar level potion for a stack. Oh, nice. Let's get that open if we can. Excellent. I think... Yeah. I think the weird night has ended. Which has probably done us all a real favour, actually.
Someone's out there. You're money or your life. Your gold belongs to us now. You made a big mistake.
Got him. Although that hurt. So let's practice our skills some more. Now then. Whatever this nasty bunch of gits are doing here can't be any good. However, the old woman who wanted her husband back told us this was where we could find bald Cait and her men. I'm going to presume she was telling the truth. There's a rather large windmill over there, and her husband was kept alive because of his skill with tools. Oh, hello. What have we here? Got ourselves a chest. Alright. Loving Witch Brew. Okay. By which I presume that means the brew was not made by someone who loved a witch. You know, not like a verb, but a descriptor. Lock stamina to 100% for 10 seconds. I can see why someone would love that. Actually, that's... Oh, that's really good. Oh, 10 seconds is really short, though. Okay. Well then. I believe we have containers to loot up there. And that's okay. Also in the house down through the hill on that side. How am I doing for a level? Not far off, to be honest. If I do well here, I may be hitting 19 before the end of the episode. Yeah, I think that's a nice idea. I like that idea. You know what? If I just pop that right in here, that seems like a very good idea. Hopefully we've got ourselves a good amount of unidentified items there. I don't think nighttime will count indoors, so that's one of the reasons why I stuck to the outside. We can hear the windmill working away. Let's come claim the treasures of the mill. It's unfair that this gang of ruffians should profit from their crimes after all. We can't take that rope apparently. I see lots of ropes, even some chains. Hopefully we'll get to do plenty of crafting when we get back to the Horns of the South. Well, we appear to reach the top of a mill, and this doesn't seem to be moving at all. Which is odd. You'd think it, unless there's... Where's the moving parts that turns the sails of the windmill? I'm not entirely sure. I think I will swap to that. Looks like cabbage rolls, I think. Head back down to the ground floor, and then I reckon maybe a save is in order. So let's go with interrupted. I haven't come up with a decent intermittent mid-episode save since. I haven't been interrupted this time. I'm just aware that it's pretty bloody dangerous. There were a lot of heavily armed men guarding this place. Whatever's in here has got to be very valuable to them. Right. You fool cunt. Get fucked by my mace and I will drink a potion. Yeah, please miss. It's greatly appreciated. Fucking hell. It's just relentless. Okay. We clearly need more potions. That will do. No. So will that. Okay. Fucking die, you bitch! Oh god. No! Get staggered and no, she's recovering. I should recover. Oh! Right. That was rough. And yes, I paid attention to the boss icon at the top of the screen to warn me that it was a bloody dangerous thing. We're taking her head.
Just another peaceful moment.
Excuse me? Is Osbrit here? Right, let's take some apples. Now, there's shored up the walls here, but there doesn't seem to be anything behind the wood. Oh, I can honestly feel my heart racing a little. Well, no, my heart recovering from racing a bit. That was brutal. I mean, she just never seemed to run out of stamina and just kept hitting us. Now, I wasn't watching her stamina that much until the end there, but she just kept on going, battering our defenses.
It's nice to have a break.
I wonder if he's supposed to replace Osbrit, or be a blacksmith we meet in a later area if he travels with us or something. Morris, we were looking for you.
Don't kill me. I'm not with them. Not by choice. Don't let my face fool you. The only thing I've ever raided is my wife's pantry, after she made the preserves.
Are you Morris? I spoke with your wife, actually.
You saw Rossin? How is she?
She's surviving, but she's been worried sick about you.
Oh, that's such a relief. I'm not happy she's been worrying, but at least I know she made it. I know how rough things can be out here at night. If it's not the bandits, it's the weird beasts. Oh, my poor Rossin isn't built for that kind of life.
There's a certain smirking, conniving quality to his voice, which suggests he may not be as honest as he seems. She met with a group of people who helped her along the way, helped her get to safety.
Oh, that's good to know. I was beginning to wonder if there were any decent folk left around here. God, the things I've seen in this camp. I'm just glad Rossin didn't have to witness it all.
What do you want to do now?
I want to hold my wife again. More than anything. That's all that matters. Blasted cat. If it weren't for this brand, I'd head straight to the Horns and beg them to let me in. As I am now, they just assume I'm another bandit who got tired of living.
Can't you cover up the brand with a bandage? Way back in early access, we actually had to go back to Heber and concoct some kind of nasty burning concoction that would burn the skin off his face and leave him horribly disfigured to get rid of the brand. Fortunately, that has been removed. They must have decided that was too dark for the final release.
And what if they tell me to take it off? They'll think I'm trying to sneak in. Blasted cat. Even dead, she's still ruining my life. Wait, maybe if I bring Cat's head to the Horns, that'd prove I'm not with them. What do you think?
Well, fortunately for you, I have the head right here. You can take it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. May the All-Mother bless you. If there's a reward for Cat's head, it's all yours. I really hope Rossin is safe and sound somewhere in the Horns. That's the only thing that matters.
Quite right, too. So, one of the reasons I wanted to come in here during the daytime and not the night is I didn't want to imagine the possibility of him trying to make it back through the weird night to the Horns. And he would disappear immediately. I would like to imagine that he would wait till morning before leaving. We don't seem to be moving at our heavy encumbrance speed anymore. We are very close to leveling again, and very, very heavily overburdened. I'm not sure we'll make it back to the Horns of the South before night time. But what we might do... Full health, deal 15% more damage, increases melee damage by 10%. Doesn't explain how she had such massive stamina reserves. Increases attack speed by 5. Again, she must have put a lot of points into strength to have that much stamina. Wait a minute, I see 2 chests. I'm not leaving without those. Haha. We may just have to stop in at the mansion and see the Merry Widow. There we go. Excellent stuff. Oof. We bested Bald Cat, the bitch slag whore queen from hell who needed to be killed for the good of all humanity. Actually, she probably wasn't much more of a whore. She was more of a bully. More of a dominatrix. But anyway. That's beside the point. We're getting out of here and making our way back. I think maybe go to the mansion. Rest outside overnight. Go back along the beach to the Horns. Obviously the mill is still running. We don't know how to stop it. Not that it seems to be benefiting anyone now, though. Yep, that was a nice little brutal combat section, but rewarding. All the same. While we are here... Oh. Now, while we are here, Senan the Giant is just over the road. And I'm not going to go mess with him. But there is something I might like to visit, which is a waypoint. Not that I'm using fast travel, but the experience points would be nice for finding it. Are you a nasty bastard? Yes, you definitely appear to be.
We have company. You'll regret this.
I don't regret the level, thank you very much. In fact, I will take that now. And I did say this level definitely deserved spirituality. So we will absolutely pop that point in there, get 6 points of mana, a little bit more mana regeneration, a little bit more spell power, which will help with our healing spell. Probably not very much. And I would like to mirror that with a point of spirituality, and I'm going to go for mana battery to gain 10 more maximum mana for 63. Why am I doing that? Because if I need 4 more points of mana for this healing spell anyway, then I want invigorating energy to add 10%. I don't know if the second one is 15 or 20, but if it's 20% of maximum mana to health, why not, right? Let's identify our fight. Not much, okay. Small mana potion, another potion, and a rusty hand axe. And then here, decent. Okay, gem of ice is nice. A weapon relic, well, they're always good. And another copy of the old steel mace. I could dual wield them with gem of dodge. Dashes regenerate 10% faster. So it looks like the unidentified items can give items that we find elsewhere in the world. Worn battle hammer +2. Okay, a bloodstone. Alright, well, I think we're done here. We're too overburdened to fast travel anyway, and fast travel is cheating. We do not use it. Man, that second old steel mace has kind of got me thinking. It makes the unique items feel a little bit less unique if we can find them just adventuring in the night. But it does mean you could potentially get a more powerful item early. I don't feel you could get endgame items early, but I feel that the unidentified items for night may be somewhat level appropriate. Next level, strength, endurance, or practicality. I think I'm leaning towards the endurance for the shield. Also, again, I'm thinking a level ahead. Shouldn't do that too early. Should just enjoy what we have and go back and see her ladyship. See how she's been coping for the last day or two. Actually, do we have dates on quest completions? I don't believe we do. No. Okay. But we should go see Lady Alyssa at some point anyway. See how she's holding up. She's probably in deep denial and arrogantly and egotistically claiming that she's in control of everything and fine. Never liked him anyway. You know, what a waste. Didn't know what she ever saw in him and all that kind of stuff. Very, very negative. Very, very bitter. Very self-defeating, really. Because to deny the special... Well, her connection wasn't even that special, was it? It was just a financial contract, essentially. But to deny what you had is to, you know, to just cast it aside, throw it away and ignore it, is to cheapen it, right? To make it less valuable. The thing that you lost, that you miss, you did like it. Otherwise you wouldn't miss it, you know? And to just go, oh well, let's ignore that now, do something else. It's disrespectful for the feelings you once had. It's invalidating your own emotional experiences. And you shouldn't do that, you know? That kind of hollows you out, makes you weaker inside. You should appreciate what you once had. Also, I should... Bloody hell. Yeah, we're definitely going to the mansion on the beach. We have a beacon to guide our way, and a bear on the left to avoid down in the valley. Look, we are not bear ready, not even remotely. There's more iron over there. I want to dig it out, I want to dig it out, I want to dig it up and make stuff with it. Yeah. Even though I won't be able to wear the things that I can make. It's crafting experience. I can get better at making things. There we go. Let's enjoy the springy grass under our feet a little bit more before getting back onto the beaten track. Alright. There may be nasty bastards there at the little camp, but we might be able to avoid them. And yet looks like there are herbs growing on top of that rock again. That's all fine. I don't want to approach, but if the map displays them or I see them, I want to know they are there so that it will affect my choice of... Ooh, something just popped in there, but I don't think it was a person. It may remain unoccupied at this time. No, there's a man there. Okay. Good to know. I might be able to make it through the drowned village at night, because I've noticed that the weird spirits tend to appear more often if I've been killing a lot of things in the area, whereas if I've left the inhabitants of the area there, they will be possessed by the weirdness, but there will be less weird spirits, or none at all. So actually, going back through the drowned village might be a lot wiser than going through the graveyard and past those sentinels at their outpost there. Okay, let's just pretend we're nice and safe, put our mason shield away, be unthreatening. You know what? We're going to go visit her ladyship. Let's at least make ourselves somewhat presentable. What is it? Gem of Dodge. Probably never going to use that, but we'll see. Dodging is useful for boss fights. That looks suspiciously like a person leaning over the side, but I know that's not where the guard would stand. And also know that these ones don't come back when killed after the quest is done. Okay, that looked even more like a person as I got closer, but there we go. No, it's a bunch of things hanging up. In a way, perhaps we should pity her and her inability to empathize, to feel compassion. Perhaps. And perhaps I should mine that out as well while I'm here. If I haven't done it too recently already. It looks as if I have. We do not yet see the glistening light of metal upon its surface. So I'll just head directly inside and greet her ladyship. Here we go. little bit of popping in there, but there we go.
Oh, it's you again. How marvelous. Have you come to revel in my despair? To observe the depths to which I've plummeted?
No, I imagine you may be doing that. All right. Just want to check in on you. Are you going to be all right? Spelt the American way. It should be one L as a compound word, but anyway. Are you going to be all right?
Truly, do you even need to ask? Of course not. My life is in a shambles. Should I dare to return to Camelot, had become a laughingstock.
Is that what matters the most to you? Well then, don't return there. Perhaps you could claim Duncan's inheritance and start a new life here. He seems to wish to be done with his old life. It's over. He's off doing whatever it doesn't matter. What matters now is you. What he's doing matters to him, but for her it doesn't.
Here? In this bandit-infested provincial backwater? And pray tell, what am I to do here, exactly?
Perhaps I should remind you that it was your idea to spend longer in this bandit-infested provincial backwater than your husband intended. You are the one who was so taken with the charms of the location that desired it. You're just bitter now because of your loss. You know, why not become an eccentric dressmaker from the south? You're halfway there already.
That's an intriguing notion, though I must admit, the south doesn't exactly strike me as a place that's ripe with opportunities, as Duncan used to say. And where would I even find appropriate materials? I doubt the local so-called merchants offer anything beyond rudimentary linen and leather. Not to say those don't have their uses, but I would still need some finer fabrics.
You know, I've found some nice materials here recently on the bodies of dead noblemen. You know, I could help you. I tend to collect many things on my journeys. They just sort of fall into my hands.
Well, I suppose that could work, as long as you at least tried to keep blood off them. Oh, no, dear gods. I will most definitely need to hire a competent washerwoman. Or man, since this part of Avalon appears to be lacking any other options. I must confess, this concept grows increasingly appealing by the minute. Now, if you'd be so kind as to excuse me, I have much to prepare. Do visit again when you have something of interest.
You know, perhaps you could hire Beatrice after I sort out the issue of her husband. So, Lady Alyssa now requires for me to obtain a ragged nobleman's doublet for her. Now, I don't believe I've found one of those yet. Again, it would be rude of me to sleep in here. I'll just go outside, put my helmet back on. I will be putting that on eventually, but not anytime soon. Definitely endurance next level. We may need to increase it twice. And that's not a problem either. Now I do know where we can find a ragged nobleman's doublet. There's been people on the forums for months asking where they can find a ragged nobleman's doublet. I found one, and it's not in any of the places any of them have found it. It's in that little underway beneath the King's Road that I mentioned not wanting to explore yet. Now, it may be somewhat random, but so far the treasure seems to be mostly placed. The most randomness I seem to have discovered is you know, the unidentified items that are available at night. So let's head back this way, drag our chair a little bit closer to the desk, so my arms don't get too stretched, and continue in this rather lengthy episode back towards the Horns of the South, preparing to batter the ever-living fuck out of any zombies or drowners that get in our way. There's usually one over here. There you are. And while this will offer many opportunities for... Oh, you've seen me. Well then, I'll just shoot you. There we go. Many opportunities to practice our healing magic. We should also pay attention to the fact that we're carrying a lot of food, and it might be nice to consume some of it to lighten our load. Because heaven knows, when we get back to the keep, lightening our load will be one of our top priorities. Currently our top priority should be crushing skulls and surviving the village. Left, 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 yes. Got him. Got him too. There's someone up there. Looks like there is. Okay. Got him. Just. But I had an idea, rather a notion. What if the yellow thing we see at night is not the weirdness, but is Arthur's protection against the weirdness that keeps us safe and allows us to travel through it without being torn apart or corrupted? Work on our stamina. I think whatever we've attracted. Oh! I think we're safe. Nope. Oh, hello. Yes, do come join in. All the fun that's good to see. And I think that might just be it for now. No great horde of dark spirits so far, lurching and swerving towards me. We know there's one normally in there, but we also need to watch out for the fire gobblers. Especially that one. And the one in there. If we can go wide a little. Uh-oh. Oh, right there. We definitely need to work on our stamina management. And I would presume acquiring more stamina would be one way of doing that. I also presume that our spell is not much more powerful from the... Okay, 3 points of health from the light cast, which is actually within our power now. Okay. 12... 14.3. I think we're still better on the heavy cast for now. I mean, I think that's always going to be the case, but there will be a weird little transitional point where we've got enough mana for a light cast. Now, if you lot will just ignore me for a little while, I'd like to do this. Right. Got to aim low enough to miss his helmet. There is one more over there, but if we can mine these nodes out without attracting his attention, that will just... Where? Where? We do feel decidedly unsafe right now. And since we really don't have the stats to fight in this armor yet, as it's so heavy and cumbersome for us, we are not yet accustomed to its weight. We should not go challenge Abigail, the Dark Knight, who waits at the crossroads. Okay, we're safe for now. But we'll have to cut back into the weirdness just up there. I do hope Morris made it back during the hours of daylight, because we certainly didn't. Now, we took a slightly different route than he would have done. I mean, if he cut straight through the middle of the valley and managed to avoid all the wild animals, he must have been very fortunate indeed. And back into the yellow we are again. I don't quite think we can get in there. That looks a little too steep, especially while carrying this mighty burden. In fact, perhaps we should descend to a more manageable pathway below. Just eke our way across... Ooh. The yellow looked like something falling down there. Something moving beside us. If I cut across here, I might just be able to get us to safety sooner rather than later. Oof, down the other side of those rocks. Okay. Let's draw closer. Within range of the protection of the sword. Again, I am concerned that once we draw power from Excalibur, the protection will no longer exist, and the keep will fall. Can't say I'm looking forwards to that. I can say, however, I'm looking forwards for an opportunity for us to rest in a nice bed in the barracks. That would be grand. I see the bounty for Senan the Giant is still up there. So be it. Let's just get ready for bed. Obviously we'll take the rest of our armor off as well, but we're going to be meeting and greeting people and walking around the keep for a little. You know what? It's a very long episode, isn't it? And that's just fine. Actually, I'm going to check I'm still recording. Good. And I should make sure to create plenty of autosaves until I'm done here, because I've got a good idea what I want to achieve this episode now. I'll wrap things up in the castle, you know, make sure Morris and his wife are back together. Why, it's nearly dawn already. Just a nice short nap. And we're running again for no reason. I really hope they fix that at some point, but it doesn't seem to be a priority given how many patches there have been already. Let's start here with Killian. We have fought a whole gang of brigands after all.
Looks like you've got stiff competition. Some old codger brought in the head of bold Cait, freshly severed from what I've seen. I hadn't even posted a bounty yet. But I gave him the reward anyway. Gotta keep that kind of spirit alive. Please, state your business.
Right, I defeated a number of evil buggers who just happened to bear her brand. No relation.
Oh, I see you still have blood on your hands. Excellent.
Just some kind of happy convenience, really.
Go chop off some heads.
Quite.
Go, the hunter waits.
Okay, let's go see Osbrit and see if he's got any leather for us. I could go see Orla, but I'm not going to just yet. And he's going to be at the bloody back of his workshop, isn't it? Oh no, at the front! Excellent, even better. Right, Osbrit, got all this heavy stuff I don't want to carry. Look at all these things I brought for you. That's actually quite nice. I'll hold on to that. This is somewhat unique. I'll hold on to it. We don't need this when we have this. I'll hang on to that. But for now... Ooh, 7. We have better, don't we? So it's worn, so it's not going to be that good. And we have magic items that are better. They might have slightly lower damage, but they have better qualities. We don't need 2 of those or 2 of those, and we don't particularly need these. We do need another point of endurance for this bow, for this shield bow. However, it would be a straight up upgrade already. It costs less, so they... because of the way the waning ward can stack up to ridiculous values over a lengthy fight. Just keep watching this number go down. It will eventually become more manageable. This is all garments we can sell to Orla. We have far better at our disposal already. Right, and let's also get rid of some of these. We can wear this, but we can't wear this yet. I know. We'll get rid of some of those in a bit. Right. Ooh. Leather, please. Yes, please. Excellent. He does also have plenty of iron. So for now, I mean, 50-50, we can get it up to maybe +1 if we're really lucky. And in terms of a helmet, bear with me on this one, we could go to upgrade, right? And for these, there we go. Reduces stamina cost by 22% and 7 armor. A very good helmet to have. Because I went and checked off camera and the meteoric ore does seem to grow back. Right, we can speed up our pace a little and make a move forwards. For now we are growing accustomed to our new protection. Right, well, what are we putting in here? Okay, strength 10, strength 7, 7. There's our better, right? So that's why we were able to get rid of those. This is still pretty bloody good, to be honest. We can ditch those and that backup copy, a backup mace. Now we've increased our dexterity. Now I know this factors in the shield damage bonus from our shield skill, but 36 to 39 over 30. Hello. So 35 to 39 over 36 to 39. The point of spirituality is making all the difference. We now have a magic bow that we are not qualified for yet. We need 1 point of dexterity and a point of spirituality before we can fully use it. But it will mean that it's a, you know, improvement over the great bow, as it were. And we can sell off the secondary bow. Right, now, keeping our drowner gear, this will go in. We don't need a second pair of these, do we? We do not. Okay. So those can go. Let's go see the quartermaster while we're here.
I just heard that some old man named Morris showed up at the keep, dragging the head of bald Cait just so he could be with his wife in the horns. Can you imagine? I still can't tell whether it's bravery or he's just out of his mind. Probably a bit of both.
Probably. I'll take my leave of you. And I'll go see the happy couple. Why should only the young be reunited in love? These two have had a long and happy marriage for the most part, until they were brutally torn apart by this horrible woman. Let them regain their joy now. Also, yeah, 20's a while off yet. When I hit 20, I might look into checking the practicality option, but I think endurance is the way to go first for the encumbrance values. For now, though, I mean, I was about to say let's go see the happy couple, but I'm pretty sure I've used that term already, and you know what? They're probably just exhausted and grateful to be back together again at this point. And I could mine there. It looks very ready. let's not dwell on that too much. Here we go.
I promise you, dear, Cat is dead. We're safe here now.
And they just let you in with that brand. No trouble at all.
No, none at all. You see, I had some help. Oh, you're here. Good. This is my savior. The only one who took down Bald Cat. I really owe you for that.
The way he said none at all had a conniving, sneering tone to it. Almost as if he's infiltrating the keep so that he can open the gates and allow brigands in at some later point. And if the brigands find out there's a man in here who bears their mark, I'm sure they would try to exploit that. It was my pleasure.
Here, I got a reward for Cat's head. Of course, no one believed I was the one who killed her. But to that pencil pusher up there, a head's a head.
And this is from me. It's not much.
No, look,
but
really.
no amount of gold could ever repay having my husband back.
You two need this. Also, Avalon is far from pencil technology to drill a hole that small through a piece of wood. Right. Are the two of you going to be all right?
No need to worry, love. As long as we're together, we'll be just fine.
Yes. I hope they'll let us stay here a bit longer. We'll make ourselves useful, but I just don't have the strength to move on right now.
My poor dear. Don't worry. I'll take care of you now. And before long, you'll be as right as rain.
The problem is he doesn't sound tired, he sounds scheming. And we just gained a nice load of experience points, which puts us further into this level. Still a long way away from the next one. You know what? We'll put our helmet on because of the rain. We'll hear it dropping on top, but we won't feel it constantly, especially if it's a hard driving rain. Okay, and we are 1.5. We're just like that little bit over, aren't we? Yeah, we'll have to work on that. Alright, for now though, I think that's this episode mostly taken care of. Oh! And it's looking like it's a pretty lengthy one as well. So I'm going to get back up to the keep and save in the courtyard. Then get this one uploaded. Here we go. Got a long day ahead of me tomorrow, so I probably shouldn't stay up too late. Yeah, and I can see the time already. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. Look, if this ends up going up a day later, so be it. Let's get back into... Get distracted by picking herbs. And get back down into the courtyard. That training dummy really looked like one of those brigands with a two-handed axe. Must be getting tired. Alright, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the very next one. I'll say goodbye for now, and cheerio everyone. See you all soon.